Okay, so I'm going to use this mic. So, can you hear me well now? Cool, so pleasure to be here. Thanks for attending my talk. By the way, if you want to see slides, they are here. Just scan the QR code. This is especially useful because I will be sharing sources in top right corner. So you can click on that and you will be able to see my sources, my bibliography, basically. Cool. So let's go. So I will start with some feedback. This one is from Olga. Olga is my teammate. And Olga is complaining that she was once again misled by wrong ChatGPT answer or suggestion. And there is also second feedback from Camila. Camila is thanking me for sharing Find.com, which is, by the way, the AI tool I recommend to you. So please take a look. Find is very smart. It's, in my opinion, it's smarter than ChatGPT. So that's my recommendation. And Camila is thanking me because thanks to AI, she was able to overcome fear for taking difficult technical task. So it's perfect example of how AI tools can make us more productive. And this is basically the theme of my talk. So I'd like you to think how you as testers can be more productive with AI. There were all kinds of hype initially. People were saying that AI will steal our jobs, that some people were also saying that AI is useless. I think that, as usual, the truth is somewhere in the middle. So it's not like it's the most important skill you can have as a software tester. But it is important. It is important. Please consider that as an important skill. And in my opinion, soon effective AI tool usage will be listed in job requirements. That's my opinion. You hear it first on Test Dive, April 2023. So let's hope. Or at least I'm right about it. So basically, this is the theme. By the way, the image was also generated by AI, and majority of images were generated by AI. Even my short bio was partly generated by AI. It's not like I generate everything, but I use it as a support, and you should also use it as a support, as a something which makes you more productive. This is important. One thing I also hear from people is that people want to test actual LLMs. ChatGPT is LLM. This is still a niche. Remember that. This is still a niche. And basically, if you are the telecommunication tester or a web tester, you should stick with that. This is good job, for sure. Just think how to be more productive. And I've been using these tools very, very often. I've been using these tools since day one, basically. I still use it every day. I use it in my Ocado technology work. Obviously, I don't share anything sensitive. So I ask questions like how thread locals work in Java, or I generate test data for Gatling test. By the way, test data generation is perfect use case for ChatGPT, especially if we have feeders, for example, for Gatling test or K6 load test. Test data generation is a very well example of how to use it effectively. So initially, I was only using it without the understanding. So basically, I was focusing on prompting. I was focusing on optimizing my prompts. But at some point, I decided that this is fascinating. Yeah, LLMs are fascinating. And I was basically curious how they work, how ChatGPT generates tokens, how ChatGPT generates its answers, etc., etc. And what I realized after reading a couple of books, after reading multiple articles, some of which are linked in the presentation, that once I increase my understanding of how it works internally, I realized that it made me more effective. It made me better user of such tools. And this is why I decided to create this talk and share my thoughts with you. So basically, in my opinion, understanding of how things work is more important than actual hands-on experience. Yeah? I have something like intuitive feel right now. Which task should I use AI with? Which task should I Google? Which task should I ask peers? Which task should I do by myself? Yeah? Thanks to this understanding, I know where AI can help me and where it cannot. And this is why I will share the details of how things work today. Okay, so let's start with basics and let's start with AI. So I will start with basic terms which are often used interchangeably. And it is actually hard to find the details about it because there are so many terms you need to be aware of. It's not easy to learn these things. So let's start with the basic term artificial intelligence. And when we think about AI, we imagine some kind of weird robot which is going to kill us, which is going to steal our job, and which is going to make us suffer. Yeah? This is very grim visualization, but some people think about AI like this. We are very, very far from such event. Right now, the AI tools are doing only one thing. So we have LLMs which generate text. We have image generators like Midjourney, like DALL-E, but they are doing one single thing. Yeah. So we have specialized AI, and basically these tools generate these tools generate content which can be considered as generated by human. That's the whole idea of AI. So let's take a look at this image. This image can be generated by human, but it was generated by DALL-E. I don't remember, one of the image generators. And remember, humans aren't perfect. And this is, right now you're seeing Dr. House. And Dr. House was the popular doctor in TV series. Probably some of you have seen it, very, very good one. And Dr. House was extremely skeptical. He was always asking patients what's their history, what kind of symptoms they have. But but with such information, he was basically saying that everybody lies. Yeah, so he took that input, he listened to the patient's answers, but he was extremely skeptical. And remember about it, if we like to have AI, this AI will generate brilliant content from time to time, but it will also generate bad content or even wrong content. Basically, if we want to have good AI, this AI will be fallible. This AI will be wrong from time to time. And remember about it. There is even a specialized term called hallucinations. So we are saying that ChatGPT hallucinates. I don't really like this term. I would prefer to use the lie, basically. Or maybe there are also people who are unaware that they are wrong. And ChatGPT works in the same way. ChatGPT is very confident, but from time to time it says wrong things. Second term, which I'd like you to understand, is natural language processing. So actually, natural language processing is translating human speech to something understandable by computer. And we use NLP all the time in our phones. We have auto-suggestions, we have auto-completion, we have translations. So NLP is not new science, but only recently this branch of science was merged with AI, and large language models were created. So basically, large language model is the merge of NLP and AI. And example of large language model is ChatGPT. We also have BART. We have Llama, developed by Facebook, which is partly open source. These are large language models. This is very confusing because we have ChatGPT, and GPT has transformer in the name, but ChatGPT is large language model. As I said, there are so many terms here, and it's hard to keep up with all of them. And this is probably the most important slide, how you can think about ChatGPT. So basically, the output you get from ChatGPT is a function, and you provide prompt as an input to the function. So it's simple one-parameter function which we feed with the prompt. And initial focus, once these tools were released, was on prompting. There were people talking about prompt engineering all the time. There were even jobs posted. I believe InPost posted job offer for prompt engineer. And all the focus was on polishing prompts. All the focus was on prompt engineering. It is important. It is important. In fact, in 2 weeks' time, I will be talking about prompt engineering on test varus. But today, I'd like to focus on the function, on the F. So basically, I'd like you to understand the basic of how this magic function works. Disclaimer here, not every detail is available for public. Yeah, so I may be wrong in some points, but I hope that after my talk you will be more or less aware of how ChatGPT generates the content. So this is example. This is example from the image generators. So the prompt is dark hair female professor. There is magic happening in the background, and we have an image as an output. Same here, yeah? We prompt with what is large language model, and we get the output after magic happens inside LLM or ChatGPT. Okay, so let's move on to things which are a bit more technical, but I promise that we won't get into details, so don't worry about it. Okay, so how our prompt is translated to something which is understandable by ChatGPT, by OpenAI. So at first, our prompt is tokenized. So basically, the words we put into ChatGPT are translated into tokens, And then each of these tokens is changed to the vector of numbers. Like this is extremely long vector, numbers from -1 to 1, and each token is represented by the numbers from computer point of view. So these are the embeddings. Embeddings are very cheap. Embeddings, OpenAI API is one of the cheapest. There are also free embeddings available from LangChain. So translating tokens into embeddings is extremely cheap right now. And how you can think about the embeddings. Imagine three-dimensional space. As I said, the number of dimensions is much larger. But in order to explain it, let's pretend that the number of dimensions is 3. So basically, three numbers only. So basically, in this space, similar words are grouped together. So we have queen and woman on one side, and on second side we have pen and king. Also, the animals' names are grouped, etc., etc. And by the way, this is the reason why we should strive to use as easy language as possible interacting with ChatGPT. So, for example, do not use Polish because Polish embeddings are much worse comparing to English embeddings. Polish language is very, very hard. We don't realize it because we know Polish, but Polish is extremely, extremely hard. Just ask foreigners. So it's better to use English, or even it's better to use programming language, because programming languages are considered easier from ChatGPT perspective. There is also a distance in this space. We can measure the distance between words. So, for example, if we create a prompt, the capital of China is Beijing, the capital of Japan is Tokyo. What is the capital of Vietnam? With such prompt, we will get correct results almost 100% of the time, because it is extremely easy task for LLM. Yeah, LLM just takes a distance between capital and the nation, and once we ask it what's the capital of Vietnam, LLM uses the same distance and finds the Hanoi. So this is very easy task for LLM. So please remember, embeddings are space where the similar words are grouped together. Okay, this was simple, but we need to understand the context of what we are saying to ChatGPT. ChatGPT needs to understand what we had in mind. And this is attention mechanism. So imagine a situation. You are walking with your loved one in Rome. Nice walk. And for some reason, you become distracted. You think about work, you think about drinks later, you think about the party, you think about the test dive speech made by me, or something like this. You become distracted. And your beloved one asks you a question, because she or he notices that. And she or he asks you a question related to the current talk, yeah? And you cannot answer this question because you lost the context. Yeah? You were distracted, and you cannot connect the dots. you cannot connect the context with the current question, and you fail to understand what she or he had in mind asking this question. So in 2017, Google published a famous paper. This is probably the most cited one paper in AI world. Attention is all you need. So basically, thanks to attention mechanism, ChatGPT understands what we have in mind, or at least this mechanism helps ChatGPT to understand what we had in mind. Basically, thanks to this mechanism, some words are ignored, like D, I, etc., etc., but the crucial words are emphasized. So thanks to this mechanism, ChatGPT understand what was our task, what we wanted. Another try to explain attention to you. So imagine you are reading something on Kindle or tablet, and you highlight the most important part. All good? We need to ask ChatGPT how to fix it. AI doesn't want me to share secrets. Okay, shall I continue or shall I wait? Okay, so I will continue. Sorry for the technical difficulties. AI is trying to disrupt my speech. Okay, so as I said, imagine a highlighter, for example, on medium.com. In medium.com articles, some part of articles are also highlighted. So thanks to attention mechanism, ChatGPT can focus on the most important part of our prompt. And in fact, please remember, once you create prompts in ChatGPT, make them lengthy. Share the context, share the examples of what you want, and describe what you want in detail. This is important because we are accustomed to using Google, where we don't share any context at all. In ChatGPT, please share all the context. Share what you are working on, share what you want, share the examples of correct output. This helps ChatGPT a lot. Okay, attention mechanism is also important for the words which are contextual. So imagine two sentences. The bank of the river and the money in the bank. The word bank means something different in each of these sentences. So thanks to attention mechanism, the embeddings of the word bank can be modified to mean what we want it to mean. This is attention mechanism. Okay, next thing, how LLMs are trained. Unfortunately, LLMs are trained on enormous amount of data, and usually these are books, some online free available data sets. Basically, only very large companies can afford that. That's very unfortunate. So Llama was created by Facebook, BART was created by Google, OpenAI created ChatGPT at first, and right now it is very hard for newcomers to train their models on the similar amount of data. After ChatGPT was released, the free APIs which were available only 1 year ago, they were free. So Twitter API, Reddit API, basically these companies were forced to close free access to their API because there were so many people, so many companies scrapping their data via API. Right now, it cannot be done for free. Even for Twitter, once the API free access was closed, there were people who started using Playwright, Cypress, or Selenium to scrap the data via AI, and they were scrolling Twitter just like our UI tests. So basically, the data become very valuable. And also, that's the problem, because AI is biased. AI builds on stereotypes which were present in the books a few years ago or hundreds of years ago. In many historical books, if you read them, the role of women in history is marginalized. The role of women is ignored often. So this is the huge source of bias, and it is one of the main challenges in AI world, because we can in machine learning there is a technique called oversampling. Basically, you copy some data to make the model better, but this is controversial. Yeah, should we do that? Should we do that? There are all kinds of difficult ethical questions. This is very problematic. I don't know how to solve it. But remember, if we learn on books only, this is the source of bias, and this is the real problem AI world tackles right now. So basically, this learning is very dumb, I should say. There is no like rating the outcome. We just feed enormous amount of data. But there is also smarter way of learning. It's called reinforced learning from human feedback. I realized that this slide could be better. Sorry for that. How does this technique work? So basically, you first come up with test data. So you imagine, for example, 1,000 of prompts. You prepare the perfect answer for this prompt. So you prepare the answer which you will rate as 10 per 10. Yeah, so you prepare perfect answers. And then you feed the LLM with these prompts, and you rate the outcomes. Yeah, so you have, for example, 100 testers. Each tester rates the prompts, and if you rate it as 1, basically LLM knows that it should improve. Yeah, so if we get 10 per 10 from LLM, we know that the answer is perfect. Yeah, so we do not need to improve it. This is also the phase where the censorship was introduced. This is also the phase where we try to hide personal data. We try to hide illegal data. Because of that, there are uncensored LLMs available in open source world. But I don't want to delve into these controversial things. There is also something we can do as normal people. we can fine-tune the model. So imagine Honda Civic, and imagine that you tune it. So tuned Honda Civic is still Honda Civic, but change a bit. You cannot change the Honda Civic to Lamborghini. Yeah. So there is only. So basically, fine tuning has its own limitation. Yeah. We take the original model, and we can only learn it to maybe answer in certain way. Maybe we can teach it to start the answering. I'm not sure, but this is what we can do. Fine-tuning has its limitation, but at least that's something which is possible for us to do. Okay, neural networks. This is another fascinating topic. So basically, ChatGPT generates context, and this is huge neural network. And let me try to explain how neural networks work. So this is a cat, yeah? Hopefully, perfect, you can see it blurred. So the quality of this image is very low, yeah? Hopefully you can see it. But you still know that this is a cat. But why is this a cat? Why? If you were to explain me why this is a cat, you would struggle. You would probably say that it has 4 legs, it has mustache, it has 2 ears, it has a tail. But same as dogs, same as many different animals. So basically our brain knows that this is a cat, but we don't know why. We don't know the details. We don't understand how our neurons work. And this is how the computer recognized that this is a cat. By the way, in bottom right corner there is article from Stephen Wolfram, one of the best articles. So if you read one article, read this one. So basically, with the catness, how do we define catness? It's hard. It's hard. Some aspect can be amplified, like having four legs, but some aspects are optional, etc., etc. So this is how neural networks work, and we don't know how these things work in detail. We don't know. Certain aspects have higher weights, and certain aspects have lower weights, and these weights are determined on training phase. So this is very fascinating topic. So once again, so let's come back to LLMs. So as an input, we provide our prompt. Then magic happens. The trained neural network figures out what should be the next word, because each run produces one word only, and we are presented with the word. So basically, ChatGPT shows us the most probable word, but from time to time, not top pick is taken, but others. Yeah? There is a parameter called temperature in ChatGPT, which determines how likely are we to take not the most probable word. So if you prompt in ChatGPT saying that please be creative and use high value of temperature, you would get crazy results. you would get crazy results. Just prompt ChatGPT, give me 5 topics for testing talk, be creative, and make your temperature high. You would get results like testing how we would test that aliens are on Earth or something like this. We will get insane results. But if you say that do not be creative and use temperature on low value, you would get very boring results, like the most obvious one. Okay, and all this is called transformer. In fact, GPT, the T in GPT stands for transformer. So it's source of another confusion. We have LLM, which is sometimes called the transformer. So basically, the transformer is all of this working as one entity. So first we provide our prompt. It is translated to embeddings. Then ChatGPT determines the sense of it with attention mechanism. Then we have this neural network, and then the most probable word or token is produced, and it repeats again. Okay, so tell me a joke. So at first, Y is generated, then did, then the computer, etc., etc. So please remember about it. ChatGPT, one run of ChatGPT produces only single word. Okay, so I will skip AI agents, and I will go to the tips. So as I said, use English and use as easy language as possible. From my experience, there are very few use cases of not using English. I feel like you should use English. Even better, use the code. ChatGPT is very good at coding, but this is the T. This is how I think about my skills. So I'd like to have I'd like to have a breadth in one of skills, which is programming. In my case, I love to be good Java programmer, but I also want to have different skills like AI, like public speaking, soft skills, etc., etc. And with ChatGPT, it's better to focus on basics. If you are Java expert and ask questions like how inheritable thread locker work or something like this, you may be disappointed. It's better to use it for basics. And the last thing, do not be discouraged. Try it and also try to increase your understanding of how ChatGPT works. Sorry. Okay, thank you. Please follow me on LinkedIn. I shared the QR code. I'm curious to see how many of you would add me to the contacts. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you very much for your interesting presentation. I think the topic is really nice because everyone knows about ChatGPT, everyone is talking about it currently. So it's time for the questions. Do we have any question? Yeah, there is a question. So I will go there. Okay, please, go ahead.
Thank you. Rafał Wilkowski from Nokia Bydgoszcz. I would like to ask you the question about feeding up the AI, ML, with the confidential data from the company. I think this is the tricky that you shouldn't use. So what is your view and how we should work with such?
Yeah, so I expected that question. So we have similar thing in Ocado. The company discourages us to use ChatGPT. Basically, I never feed ChatGPT with anything which can be considered confidential, like the plans for expansion, the plans for next clients. I am very. I also try to not overuse it once I create a strategy. I think how to not share too much, but I'm also confident because I understand how it works. Yeah, so thanks for my understanding. I know which things I can share and which I cannot. But still, even if we cannot use it in theory at work, we can use it for learning. Yeah, we can use it for asking a question, how threat locals work. We can use it to generate feeders. Recently, I used it to generate Gatling CSV feeder because it contained random user data. So even if we cannot use it in theory, in reality, people are using these things, and there are still multiple use cases how we can use it. One major one is learning. Basically, how things work. So hopefully it answers your question.
Thank you very much for interesting question. And I think we have some time for additional questions. Yeah. Okay, so I will go there. Who wants to answer the question? Okay, thank you.
Aren't you afraid that using AI will make people lazy and it will be hard to find skilled teammates to cover the job?
No. Actually, what I think is that people will be more productive with AI. In my case, AI made me more productive. And since day one, I was telling to my team, please use it, please learn it, because that's the future. So I don't think people will be lazy. I think that people may be able to achieve more in the same amount of time. For example, I use the ChatGPT to migrate my website, awesome.testing.com. I had Blogger, and right now this website is on GitHub pages, and I use ChatGPT to generate scripts which translated my blog posts to Markdown. So without the AI, I may not be able to do that probably. I would get discouraged, I would run out of time.
Okay, but what about the new generations, the one which are rising right now, and there are cases like the teachers cannot ask pupils to write down an essay because all the kids use the ChatGPT to generate the essay for them.
So this is a very bad use case. So such occurrence should be we should try to eliminate such things. Yeah. So as I said, I use AI in blogging in my work, but I always take responsibility for what I share. Yeah. Today I shared with you something, and I take full responsibility of what I shared. I have blog posts also on my blog, which I use AI for help, for addition, but I still think these are good blog posts. So it's all about using it as a supplementary, but not like to generate something from scratch.
Okay, so thank you very much. Do we have any last question?
Yes. I would like to ask you.
Sorry, who is asking? Because
Me.
Oh, thanks.
What are the use cases that you use ChatGPT in your daily work? Because you said you are a good Java programmer, I'm a C++ programmer. I try to use it for my daily work, but I recognize that if I don't know something about C++ or some C++ library, he doesn't know too.
Yeah. So good question. So please remember this slide. So basically, what you said is that you are a good C++ programmer. So you have very good amount of expertise in this area. So in my opinion, you should use ChatGPT for different things. For example, if you created something nice in C++ and you want to share this on Slack, you want to brag, basically. So you can use it as a help to communicate it effectively. You can use it to polish the wording in your architectural diagrams, architectural documents. So basically, you should use it for things which are outside of your expertise, in my opinion. I'm sure there are many such things at your daily work.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you very much. I think we don't have time for additional questions, but please follow our speaker. I will do it for sure. And once again, thank you very much for an interesting topic.
Thank you very much.